Plans to bring an application before court today to have the athlete examined. Prosecutor Chriselda will meanwhile continue to cross-examine the forensic psychiatrist, Dr. Meryl Foster. She said as a result of the amputation of his legs and an unstable childhood, Pistorius was more likely to fight than to flee when confronted with a perceived threat. Pistorius has admitted to shooting and killing his girlfriend, Riva Steenkamp, but says he opened fire because he mistook her for an intruder. Proceedings resume at 9:30 this morning. Well, let's get the very latest on that trial now. We speak to our reporter. She's outside the North Gauteng High Court. Chriselda Lewis, a very good morning to you. Much ado about Oscar Pistorius' mental health, or perhaps lack thereof, today?
Well, certainly, Ayanda, we're expecting the cross-examination of Dr. Meryl Foster to continue inside this court this morning, and then the stage to bring that application that you just spoke about to get Oscar Pistorius mentally evaluated for 30 days. If that succeeds, we understand from experts who we've spoken to that Oscar Pistorius would need to physically go into an institution for that evaluation to be there for 30 days, and that it would be unusual if the state or the defense in this matter asks that Oscar Pistorius goes in for the evaluation and leaves after and returns the following day. According to procedure, Oscar Pistorius is supposed to be there for 30 days to undergo that evaluation and undergo psychometric tests as well. But we're also expecting the defense to oppose that application. We're expecting defense advocate Barry Rue to argue that it's never been the defense's case that Oscar Pistorius is unfit to stand trial. Well, yesterday we heard a lot about Oscar Pistorius' fractured childhood as Dr. Meryl Foster indicating that that contributed extensively in the very early stages to Oscar Pistorius' anxiety disorder that was exacerbated by the death of his mother and his estrangement from his father. So a lot of that expected inside this court today. Whether Oscar Pistorius, we're all waiting to see whether he will be admitted to an institution for that psychiatric evaluation. We'll certainly know that this morning, but that certainly does give an about turn in the Oscar Pistorius murder trial.
Chriselda, what does the defense have to say about this possible application that will come through? I take it they're against this evaluation?
Well, certainly they are. We saw advocate Barry Rue yesterday try to fight not to once the state prosecutor Chriselda indicated that he planned to bring this application. We already saw Barry Rue stand up and object and say it wasn't necessary, it wasn't its case that Oscar Pistorius is unfit to stand trial. That's what we're expecting Barry Rue to argue this morning, that it certainly is not their case and that the evidence that has been given by Dr. Meryl Foster is that evidence. But where the problem lies and where it has actually given the state ammunition for the application that it's bringing this morning is that Dr. Meryl Foster had linked Oscar Pistorius' anxiety disorder, his condition, to the possibility of his reaction on the morning that he shot and killed Riva Steenkamp. So that's what the state is basing its case on and basing its application on this morning. We're expecting Barry Rue to fight that application this morning, but ultimately it will be up to the court to decide and for Judge Thokozile Masipa to give her final word.
Oh, the plot thickens. Chriselda, let's leave it there for now. Thank you so much for that update. Chriselda Lewis, live from the North Gauteng High Court. She'll be keeping an eye on proceedings and bringing us the very latest as it becomes available.